Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Yes, I know I've been away. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been getting a bit tender. Right? That's all I'm going to say. It's manageable. Have I been able to get a doctor's appointment? No. Have I? Thankfully. Is it a blessing that I now have a pharmacist who is helping me manage the crazy shenanigans? Yes. Am I remarkably thankful of their? Yes. Am I slightly annoyed that no one's taking me on a taxi ride to a doctor? What was it? An E-Class Merc to go and get this sorted? I'll get a little jealous. I'll admit it. Why not? Getting to that point, but there's like good days and bad days. It's one of them ones. But anyway, thank you very much for your kindness and waiting and all that jazz. But we're getting there. We are getting there. I keep telling myself. So then, all I need is just like someone to write me a bloody. It's not even paper. I haven't had a prescription for a long. I've been told it's like it's basically an email. Why can't I just? Anyway, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Thanks for your concern and everybody sending love and affection. And if you want to send more, don't worry. You can. Obviously, I'll take as much. I'm going to get rumours there. Look. We'll stop. You can send love and affection and all that kind of best wishes and in prayers and all that kind of stuff. I draw the line, mainly because it's getting a bit nippy. I draw the line at Naked Twister. How's that? Right. We'll draw the line until spring or maybe late spring, summer when it gets a bit warm and we can get a tan. So it's like two birds, one stone type malarkey. You know what I mean? What am I saying? Hello. Hi. You're right. So this doesn't have many upvotes, this suggestion for a reading. However, it's one of those ones where when I read it, something like a nudge, there's a little bit of a, ooh, okay. Well, because we'll get into it. Let's have a look. So this is from JustJack. You've got to say it like that. You can't see my hands. You don't. JustJack. So, hello. You're right. Dearest JJ, hello. JustJack. There's, this is a weird voice, but we're going with it. There's something very strange about the footage of our dear leader and his good wife, lady wife, walking into the conference yesterday, the 28th of September. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. Or the day before. This is how late I've been. She was so smiley and animated. I noticed that as well. It's when you've been on the out and about, and you've got that one friend in the group where you're going a little bit of pub crawl kind of, malarkey. And they're overexcited and they're hugging random strangers, they're hugging lampposts, you know what I mean? They're very kind of affectionate, like overly kind of Cheshire Cat grin, and it's just like it was that kind of energy, wasn't it? It was a little bit kind of over the top, kind of shenanigans, in my humble opinion. I'm glad someone else picked up on it as well. What was the voice again? There we go. It would be very lovely indeed if you could do a reading on that. When you're feeling up to it. I'm on a good day today. We're going to do some. Hope you're getting better. We miss you. Oh, thank you. JustJack. Love and sweet kisses. Oh, love and sweet kisses. Oh, we've got to do it then. That's how you bribe me around here. Thank you very much for the suck-up sandwich. Very beautifully done. Thank you very much, JustJack. With one upvote, what was going on with Lady Victoria? Now, remember, obviously, we're not going to go into the private realm. If it goes into the private realm, we kind of slightly acknowledge it and move on. But there was, what is going on between Stuttery Starmer and have you noticed he stopped saying it? Have you noticed that he's even making fun of his dad was a tool maker, right? Which, in hindsight, and I don't know if anyone else has noted that, he's never quite he's never been specific about what sort of tool his dad was making. I'll put that out there. You can finish the joke. But it's like, welcome people. My dad was a tool maker. Yeah, we've met him. We know. Stop mentioning it. Goodness sake. Anyway, what is there an agreement between them? What is going on there? For the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Now, as like I said, even though they're in the public domain, if there is anything personal, private, we will ignore it. Because that is the rules. That is the thing. Because they're not here to consent to doing a personal private reading. You can do that yourself, personally, on the website. You can go and, book a personal private reading. We'll get into the deep gossip and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how I roll. Them's the rules between me and God Spirit Universe. And that's what we stick to. So if you're upset about that, then go to another channel. Or I'll tell you about something that was amazing, absolutely amazing on UK Nature Watch the other day, while I was just making sure stuff was up and running. But I'll tell you that later, after we've done the foundation of the reading, and then we'll get into gossip, between gossip, because there's always waffle when I'm shuffling the cards. I'll remind me to mention that then, all right? And then the outcome at the end. So for the new boys and girls. So here we go. Right. Reflection. Hermit card. Okay. Ooh. The Two of Wands here feels as if, like, plotting, planning, scheming in the sense of every possible outcome. Whatever this feels like, Lady Victoria, whatever she decides, but they're already plotting, planning, scheming about any possible outcome. Yeah. So as an example, if she puts her foot down and she'll never want to do, public whatever, there's a response to that. If it goes further in, maybe as an example, this is just an example, if there's divorce, there's a plan for that. If there's a plan, that's what I'm getting, right? Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, data, kind of bar. These feels like two camps. This side, both, even the Two of Wands feels as if, for a second there, it felt as if it was maybe kind of people around the family, as it were, advisors, that sort of, But this feels more like Lady Victoria camp. This feels like Stuttery Starmer camp. Okay? There's the divide line there. Putting the work in. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. There we go. Five of Wands between the two of them, or the two camps. Two of Pentacles, topsy-turvy. Trying to balance out all this shenanigans. The Seven of Swords, obviously, is deceit, betrayal. It's thieves in the night energy, kind of sneaky bugger kind of stuff, right? Being kind of shown up by truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Yeah? The more sneaky Stuttery Starmer he is, the more truth is being thrown in his face, and he can't, and that's the conflict between the two parties. Wheel of Fortune, she's going to be good. Four of Swords, that's the calm the F down card. It almost feels like a sabbatical, actually. That almost feels like I'm being reminded. Okay, I'm being reminded of, and I can't remember, I can see The Crown, right? Is very informative, very educational. Remember that, I think it was it Sir Anthony? I was going to say the one with the moustache, but they all had them at the time. So in that period of time, so it's like it doesn't narrow it down a bit. But there was a period of time where I'm sure it's Sir Anthony. His doctor said he had to go on a sabbatical to Jamaica or somewhere. He buggered off. When he come back, he was being replaced. It was like, you need to be replaced now. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting there. It may not be an official kind of off we go gallivanting to a place, but it does feel like almost like missing in action for 2 or 3 weeks kind of energy. Magician, manifesting something in new. So at the moment, it's not great. This is a snapshot right now. This is the foundation of the reading between the two parties. And like, it does feel like there's multiple people over here and multiple people over here. It does feel very much like Lady Vic hasn't made a decision, but there's multiple options out, kind of shenanigans, or options generally, I should say. And there is work to support those options, whichever one, she decides to pull the trigger on and off they go. Yeah, that kind of thing. He's in just mess. We know that. He's just a plonker. No wonder he's called Rodney. Yeah, it's that kind of shenanigans. She's going to be on the upright. Good luck, good karma, good destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. It's all going to work out all right for her eventually, but she doesn't know what to do. Yeah? It's more of a principled thing than it feels like, which is lovely. It's very, very nice. Much more of a principled thing about, what about the family? What about this? What about that? All that kind of stuff. Overarching energy. Queen of Pentacles, being mumsy, practical, organised. I always keep saying about the Tupperware, kind of like stacking it in the right places and all the lids and things like that. But kind of taking charge, looking after the ones they care for, that kind of thing. Underlying energy, Page of Swords. This feels different to the Ace of Swords over here. This feels almost like the other shoe to drop, like gossip on the grapevine kind of thing. And it almost feels like they all know it's coming, kind of thing as well. But it's very clear that with the magician, it's not normal energy. And what I mean by that, it's almost like you reap what you sow kind of thing, energy with that, which is slightly different to manifesting. In fact, I was saying last night, it was like a friend's birthday. We went hobnobbing just for a little bit, right? Nothing major. We went to a burger bar or something, It's a Wimpy. We went to but there were like 4 or 5 of us, and we're talking about all sorts of different things, as you do. And I was saying about how sometimes I just get easily amazed, right? Every time that we do a reading and stuff like that, magic. I always call it the magic trick and all that, because it's just, I marvel at its brilliance, yeah, and how wonderful it is, and all that kind of, and it surprises myself how close to it we are, yeah. Pretty much every time, it's like wow. But for the UK Nature Watch side of things, there was a specific project that we needed, or I needed a little old me needed a palette, right? And I couldn't find one for love nor money. Okay, nowhere could I find pallets. Okay, and then I happened to stumble on one, even though I already asked these people at the location. I was like, I don't suppose you know where a pallet would be. Oh no, blah, blah, blah. And I was doing some wiring and all that kind of stuff for the cameras, and I happened to stumble upon, like in the deep dark kind of stock storagey kind of place, a pallet just laying there, like 3 of them. And I was like, one of each colour. And I was like, these pallets, oh yeah, didn't you want one? And it's like, yes. Oh, brilliant, we've got a pallet, right? And then during like the following weeks, and this is how like manifesting can really kind of become a joke with me, with God Spirit Universe. Over the last couple of weeks, I cannot move without pallets. There are like, we went, Erindors needed to go to a specific shop, which is the next town down. So we went there, and we happened to be walking back to the car park, and just happened like down this alleyway kind of area, there were like 15, 20 pallets stacked by one of those big kind of dumpster bins for like an industrial thing. I was like, oh, for goodness, I went to her and just like, look right there. There was like loads of them. And we all laughed and joked and all that kind of stuff. For the next couple of days, pallet here, pallet there, pallet there. Everywhere I go, even last night when we were like going to this, like the Wimpy, right? We went past a whole building, like they specialized in pallets, right? A whole warehouse, and stacked outside in the car park area as we were driving past. And we're like, look, can't, it's just everywhere. So be careful what you wish for. But yeah, it's the ongoing saga right now. So anyway, so yeah, you got to be careful, reap what you sow kind of thing. But it does amaze me. Anyway. Let's shuffle, get some gossip in here. But a funny thing, talking about UK Nature. Well, you know what? Let's promote it while we're right. Go and subscribe to it, please. The link in the description. It is going phenomenally well. And I'm really proud of it. We're getting some really good footage and stuff like that we're going to start posting as well, and that, but I wanted to get the things going and things like that, you know what I mean? But there's a lovely little community that's building up there that meet up every day and say hello to each other in the morning and all that kind of stuff. It's gorgeous, wonderful stuff. So go and subscribe over there. We need to get to 1,000 so that we get extra technical good stuff, connection to YouTube, to really do some interactive stuff that's already been built, but we're just waiting to get to 1,000 so that we can unlock it, kind of thing, you know? But it was funny yesterday, right? So, because while I'm, not feeling great, I thought, let me just do my daily check-in, make sure, remotely making sure everything's okay. And I happened to time it for this woman who's popped in, who's just like, where are things? What's going on? And I'm like, you're right there. What's wrong? What's up? What's going on? Oh, where is they called it spot. Where's the spot commands? Where's the things go? Where's the timestamps in the description and all that kind of stuff? And I'm like, it took a little while for the penny to drop. And I don't know how to say this nicely, but it's just such a positive. I realised what she's saying, and where she's actually asking for certain things that we haven't built yet and are planning to implement, but do exist on, I don't want to say a competitor channel, but they're on another channel, right? And basically she's come in thinking we're the other channel, and then moaning that we ain't got what she's used to. That's on the other channel. So I'm like, oh, I think you're we're planning to build it, but that's not us. That's the other side. And she's like, oh, all right, sorry, and off she went. And then I noticed in the statistics that like some people left. Basically, they had got us so confused between what's been there for about 5 years, this competitor, even though it's not, right? Yeah, I don't see it as a competitor, right? But it's like the other channel. And about 4 or 5 of them I saw that I suddenly realised they were in the wrong place, dropped, went across the other side, which have been there for about 5 years, what I can gather. And UK Nature Watch has only been broadcasting, right, for about 2 weeks. So it's taken us 2 weeks for us to confuse the audience that we're not the. However, what I did find in what I'm reading into it a little bit, but by the stats, about 4 or 5 buggered off. I'm thinking they went to the proper place. About 5-10 minutes later, we had about 7 or 8 more people that popped in. So it's like, what I could gather, they went across the other side. Did you know there's another one going on the other competitor side? Blah, 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 blah. Talk amongst themselves. And then they're like, no, they're over here. And they all came back to then go, look, it's over here. Comparing the two. But that's definitely what it says in the stats. I don't know what actually. But yeah, I just found that funny. And I was saying it at the Wimpy bar last night, right? And they're like, but aren't you... now maybe there's some sort of rivalry being built and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't think so. I think this is a real big positive. The fact that we're doing such a thing that they've been around for years, is so easily confused by what we're doing, as if, and they came back. Because, I don't know, the footage is better or it's more interactive, it looks more pretty. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, they came back from over there to come back. It was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. If you don't know what we're talking about, just go and subscribe to it. It's like a link in the chat and it's down in the bottom, sorry. And it really would help us out. But it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. It just amazes me, And it's a good win. It feels like it's yeah. And this is the tip of the iceberg of what we built, hoping to build a network of all these different cameras. So it's yeah. Anyway, that was basically it. I was just winning, like a Charlie Sheen winning. Cool, that's a blast from the past. Anyway, let's get into this. Gossip. Here we go. Assistance help. We were talking about that. They're I don't know, family, friends, whatever. On this side, rebellion, especially with the plans going on here, the plot and planning, scheming. Let's have a look over here. Housing issues, damage is done. Yeah. I feel like that's more home life issues than housing issues, if you get what I'm saying. It's cheers, by the way. It's it was rocky footing as it was. And now it's it's done. It's over. It's that goodbye kind of thing. But yeah, this feels quite positive over here, kind of friends, family, that kind of thing. Ear to, shoulder to cry on, that kind of thing. Support role. Oh, passion. Especially with the conflict underneath, the heat wave is just normally it's for you and me. This passion, this kind of aha moment, kind of rebellious. Well, we've got rebellion over here, but I mean, this kind of the reasoning is the core of it. Yeah. And off we go with it. Two of Pentacles. Act now. See what I mean? It's like so many things. It's just like overwhelmed over here. It's interesting over here that she's not doing any work necessarily, if you get what I'm saying. The Eight of Pentacles, it feels like the surrounding support are doing the work, the activities, that kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Is this personal? I wouldn't be surprised if, in the these memoirs or autobiography, that kind of thing, in a couple of years would kind of highlight or release that they're living in separate places. I wouldn't be surprised that Starmer is basically living at number 10 by himself. Like weekly visits with the kids, kind of that kind of energy, yeah. And she's elsewhere. I wouldn't be surprised if that came out later on. That's really what I'm getting over here. This feels more about technicalities and not like physical kind of separation in that respect. Starting it off, that's been and gone. This feels more, excuse me, the final legalese stuff. So big news. Oh, okay. Controlled narrative. You see what I mean? It's like there's like it. I think whatever this big news is similar to what I was saying. Is like it's already been and done. It's a done deal, as it were. It's only big news because it's finally in the public domain, but it's as an example 18 months after the fact or 3 years after the fact. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting here, and then trying to lock it down over here. And then the final card, rulership handover. So that this, what's it on the Magician? Yeah, you reap what you sow. This feels like, when I was saying about the legalese stuff, this feels, look at the crowns as well, lots of crowns. It feels as if this is the final writing. I think there's been an agreement up to now to kind of like publicly save face, but now it's like, you're on your own, mate. This is ridiculous. Yeah, overarching energy, breakthrough. Similar to the truth of the situation, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity, information, like info dump. Underlying energy, foreign occupation. That feels like the other man or other woman, or depending on. Yeah, that feels as if it's almost like the breakthrough is one of them being pictured with someone else. But I'm like, it's almost the reason why this kind of so difficult to kind of place. It's almost like a race, like in the media. Oh, there's a little money spider. Oh, come back. Oh, I've lost it. It's lost in there. It's almost as if, it's like the media already know this. The mainstream media are covering this up entirely. It's not the first time they've done it. It won't be the last. However, it's almost... What I'm getting here is like it's a race on to almost like who will be the first to be, I suppose, exposed with the other like their other person kind of thing. It's fascinating. It's almost like they're both at it, if you get what I'm saying. So let's get the outcome going. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell and all that jazz. It genuinely helps out the channel so much, and it's very, very kind of you to do so. Also, you can thummy like. It genuinely helps out every video across all the channels that we have now. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting a bit greedy on the channels, but we're doing pretty well. Yeah. I'm looking forward to when we finally get around to the farm one. TBC farm. To be confirmed farm. But it's one of those situations where it's like, we've got all these... we've researched, Erindors and I, researched data. We know what we want to do, how we want to do it, all that kind of stuff. However... very recently, in the last 6 months or so, we've suddenly kind of like, do we really want to make this investment in the UK? And that's the hold up right now. So obviously we've got UK Nature Watch, which is doing blooming well. We've got Newswiki, which is going to like grow quite big once we've got UK Nature Watch. You'll see what I mean once we've got it all in place, right? And I'm really looking forward to when we finally actually get on the ground on the farm, because UK Nature Watch is pretty much the software and how it's being done that I've developed on that. Is also going to be implemented on the farm, and you'll be able to see the chickens, or you'll be able to see the goats or whatever going on. Yeah. So that'll be something quite cool to. So it's all adding it's like Lego bricks. If you think, these 4 projects may not seem connected right now, but as time goes on, all 4 of them are going to be helping each other, kind of thing. So yeah, we had to start somewhere, didn't we? So yeah, there's many channels to choose from, and it's like our own little kind of Marvel universe going on over here. It's lovely. But yeah, fun. Get in there slowly but surely. But I think the farm one is going to start reasonably soon. It's more of a kind of winter months, kind of ironically, winter months kind of production at the moment, because it'll be theory and it's going to be explaining things, and it's going to be, you'll see what I'm saying, like the build up to it. Doing research, trying to find land, that kind of thing. So it's all going to be kind of a bit more like winter months, I can do it here kind of thing, as we're trying to develop and build it and that kind of stuff. So everyone will, it'll be pretty cool that everyone will have the backstory, availability kind of thing, and know what we're building and what technology we're putting in. And what kind of, because it's all there on the YouTube, like we're doing the research as we go along kind of thing. And that'll be, I'm looking forward to it. That'll be fun. But it has been, this week, has been a game changer. These cards aren't ready, that's why we're waffling some more. Has been a game changer because all 3 channels... So UK Nature Watch, Newswiki, and here, Greatest Good Tarot, have all been live streaming at the same time. never been done before, right? This is new. Each one, even though it looks sexy, I know it's very, very. Each one is using a different method of live streaming, and I'm quite excited by it because at the moment it's getting the data for me. It's like working out what's the best solutions, what not, and that's what's building UK Nature Watch as a strong platform, as it were. It's these sorts of kind of shenanigans with the what's it called, that one 24/7 kind of meditation stream that we have here, which is like just breathe along to the music that's always available. About 80 people every single day go and use it. Just before work, or lunchtime seems to be a lovely peak, or at the end of the day, just like, it's like, but people are using it, and it's really been successful, and it's really lovely to see it as part of the resources that we're doing over here. But yeah, that is using a different method to UK Nature Watch, which is using a completely different method to NewsWiki. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's these sorts of things, and basically the lovely community, that the village that we've built here, that is helping me and allowing me to do these kind of little bits of research and tinkering and playing along and trying to break stuff, which is exactly how we learn stuff, isn't it? Is making the future of all these bits come together at the end. You see, I hope I'm waffling. I'm sorry, right? One more shuffle, I've been told, and get on with it. So there we go. So the outcome to this reading, but I hope it all makes sense soon, because people are still giving me a side eye going, what is going on? So, Hawk Lady. Oh, we haven't had her for ages. Oh, I've missed her deeply. Hawk Lady, the new kind of Garden of Eden, the new life that we're talking about here, the new kind of way of doing things, yeah? The Knight of Pentacles, sorry. This is the payout. I was originally going to say that is a proposal, but this feels more of a kind of a splitting of the payout. Hermit, now we're suddenly on Starmer's side. Now he's going through some reflection. Oh dear, the devil can't. Oh dear. Oh, this feels more like the devil in the detail kind of energy. This feels as if so much BS that manipulation that he's done over the donkey thing. Oh, we haven't even talked about who could see when we did the Good News Everyone reading. Who could imagine? Because I think we've now got all four of them have now happened. Okay, even the incite into violence sort of thing was the fourth one, I think, from memory. So we've had all four now happen, and now we're waiting for the comeuppance of each one. But this feels to me like that he is in so much, not political. This feels legal. This feels as if he's gone way beyond kind of the remit, if you get what, and now he's trapped in it. I'll put it down. It's not a coffee morning. We're putting it down. But yeah, it's very interesting here that the payout happens. She's released, as it were, and he's now stuck in the same, the mess he's made. Queen of Pentacles, yet again, being mumsy, proactive, making sure her cubs are all right, that kind of thing. Yeah, very, very good. Page of Cups. See, this feels like a this is a mixed messaging here. You know, when I was saying this felt like a proposal, but then in my mind, like nudge, it was like, no, it's not the Knight of Cups. That would be heart on sleeve proposal kind of thing. But it was like mixed messagey energy there. Now all of a sudden, this feels like one side is like almost, are you ready to, make this more official? The other side is last ditch attempt to flirt, to try and like get back in the good graces. It's like, because it's slap bang in the middle. It's a bit of a like 101 things happening from different angles. But I think that's the broad strokes here. One side wants to desperately want to try and win her back. The other side, like the other party over here, kind of feels as if like, I'm not saying now, because obviously you've just got out of a, technicality type thing, but would you, are we building towards, another relationship, marriagey type thing over here, right? But notice the pentacles all over here. This is doom and gloom. This is all kind of value. 6 of Cups, reminiscing. Had it all good. Back in, wish it would be back to like more of a traditional time. Interesting that, wow, 8 of Swords coming down. Sorry, but it's interesting that we were talking about flirting out here, trying to win her back. And quite literally on this card, let's see if the focus happens. Hello, focus people. Oh, look at that. It worked. Bloody hell. See what happens when you have to spend a bit of time away. Suddenly the autofocus works. But the one with the beard, Starmer, trying to win them back kind of thing. And it's just like, no, I'm not interested. It's nicer the other way kind of thing. Way, where it used to be. Now, look, you're just overdoing it. It's just like, go away. 8 of Swords. This is very much like, want to look after the family. I don't think I'm ready for any other kind of shenanigans. Want to keep it to myself. But this feels like this feels as if there's still decisions, long-term decisions to be made. I'm getting kind of the Hermit again at the beginning of what we had here. It's like chapter 2 with the foundation has happened. Now it's the technicalities. It's like, it's that kind of energy. Reap what you sow. 7 of Pentacles. We've gone on that enough. And then the High Priestess following their intuition. This feels as if like a last ditch attempt. He finally gets it following his intuition. This side is like, we're no longer trapped. We're no longer having to play the game, as it were. So, Strength card. Yeah, breaking free. 6 of Swords, breaking free. There we go. Into calmer shores. So it's happening. And it feels like it's already happened. There's like this deal, but now even the deal is now breaking apart. I don't want to be associated with you kind of energy with Lady Vic kind of thing. Yeah. It's like, done. This is it. Goodbye. Wow. Wow. This is, so it's all just for the cameras. And the worst part is, as we mentioned previously throughout this, is that the media already know it's a facade. Yeah? They all realize, but they're not reporting it, that this is just for show. So it'd be interesting to it would be interesting if and I'm not saying she did, right? But it would be interesting if she starts playing up a little bit more now. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah, because it was almost like she was over, like Cheshire Cat grin, over kind of trying to mask kind of thing, and it like over the top. So I think now it's more like, let's just, let's have fun with this. And like naturally kind of show him up, as it were. But yeah, almost like getting revenge, because he keeps showing her up. So it's almost like her own back kind of thing. Bad health, thoughts, occupation. Yeah, it's all about the work. It's the only thing he's got left, and even that's going. Main man, yeah. Despair, yeah. So this is definitely Starmer is really realizing too little, too late. He wants what he. It's almost like he's already lost, and now he's realizing, oh, I want to win back what I've lost. But it's like, nah. It's nah. Yeah. This is this feels as if there will be a subtle change in reporting very soon. But it feels as if it's going to be, and we need to keep our eye out for this. And if you spot it, please share it down below. I think there's going to be a subtle change of phrasing, and it almost feels like it's not her, but it's her camp, her supporters that are slowly kind of in media reports distancing herself, like almost like it's almost as if there would be one paragraph that will make him out as a complete tool, which is nothing new, but she looks so radiant, and she was lovely, and she is, you know what I mean, like on a pedestal, and then he's scum again, and I'm only using that word because I'm following Angela Rayner's list of what is considered scum. Yeah. So yeah, it's that kind of, there's going to be a subtle shift in how it's being reported and stuff. And like, she is lovely, he is horrible. She is this, he's a moron. It's going to continue that separation. But I think we'll leave it here for now. Thank you, JustJack, for this question. I hope you enjoyed it. But I think we're going to leave it here for now, because this feels very strongly as if he's losing everything. Everything. And I may do a reading on the members' side, the Village Elites, maybe looking into what was specifically why he's losing everything. Because this definitely feels as if it's kind of like divine justice. Losing job, losing friends, losing family, losing the, you know what I mean? Is like, yeah, it feels like it's all coming back to bite him all at the same time. But anyway, let's finish it off here. Thank you very much indeed for enjoying this. If you enjoyed this, please thumb me like. It genuinely helps out the channel. Subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell. There's other channels now. Go subscribe to them as well. The links are down below. However, until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.